about a year ago, and you said there was a waiting list of about 10,000 students for charter schools at that time. Where does it stand now?
Right now, we have, since we've talked, we've had more students enrolling in charter schools. There are 30,000 kids in charter schools across the state of New Jersey. Now we've found out that we have about 20,000 kids waiting to attend charter schools throughout the state. On the waiting list, correct. So 50,000 kids in the state of New Jersey are affected by charter schools. It's still a small fraction of the overall public education, but parents are starting to demand more and more of these high-quality education opportunities.
Where are those kids on the waiting list from? Are we talking about suburban areas? Are we talking about urban areas? Where precisely?
So the vast majority of our students are actually in urban areas. 90% of our kids who attend charter schools come from urban settings. So there's no surprise that most of the kids who are on the wait list come from those areas as well. Newark, Jersey City, Camden, Trenton, Patterson, all these areas have successful charter schools, and they all have long wait lists.
There has been also considerable talk about a study that was done not too long ago showing a purported quality gap between the best performing charter schools and the rest. What do you do about that?
I think there's a couple things that need to be done about that. One is we can't refute that data. We see that there's some very, very well-performing schools, so we need to learn from those well-performing schools and understand what's making them successful. There's a lot of schools that are performing, they're doing an okay job, and we need to see what is it that we can do to get them better. Now, for the bottom part of that bell-shaped curve, we had to make sure that we're looking at those low-performing schools. And in those low-performing schools, if they're not producing, if they're not providing the right education for kids, and there's no clear path to improving the education there, the charter promise says that those schools ought to be closed down for underperformance, and we as a charter school community had to stand behind that promise.